I'm Josh Ryan, licensed professional counselor. This is your daily rep, a short practice to build emotional control while under pressure. So let's get to work. Yesterday we talked about silence. Silence slows the conversation, but there's something even more powerful happening underneath that silence. Your breathing is controlling your reaction speed. Most people think emotional control is about what you say, but emotional control actually starts in your body, specifically in your breathing. When tension rises in your conversation, your nervous system begins to accelerate. Your breathing becomes shallow and faster, higher in your chest. Your body is prepping for threat. And when that happens, your thinking begins to change. Your brain shifts towards the defense. You interpret comments as criticism. Instead of listening, you begin preparing counterarguments. You feel the urge to correct, explain, or maybe you just shut down. That's not weakness, that's biology. Your nervous system has two primary modes. One prepares you for threat, the other allows you to think clearly. When your breathing speeds up, your body moves into threat mode. When your breathing slows down, your body returns to regulation. This is why breathing matters more than most people realize. Your breathing is the steering wheel for your nervous system. Fast breathing accelerates reaction. Slow breathing creates space. That space gives your thinking brain time to engage. Think about the moments when you've reacted too quickly. Usually your breathing is already elevated. Your body was tense. Your voice was ready. You were moving faster than you were thinking. That's how reactivity happens. Your body leads and the words follow. But when you slow your breathing, you slow the entire system. Your heart rate begins to drop. Your muscles begin to relax. Your thinking begins to expand. And suddenly, you have options. This is why experienced negotiators, therapists, and high-level leaders use breathing intentionally during difficult conversations. Not visibly, not dramatically, just quietly. One slow inhale, one longer exhale. That single breath creates a pause, and the pause changes outcomes. Let's make this a little more practical. Imagine someone challenges something you said. Your instinct might be to respond immediately, to defend your position, to correct what appears to be their misunderstanding. But instead, you take one slow breath before speaking. Inhale through your nose, then a slow exhale. That breath might only take 1, 2, 3 seconds. But in those 2 to 3 seconds, your nervous system begins to shift and your brain begins to re-engage. Your response now has the opportunity to become intentional instead of reactive. And that is the difference between reacting and responding. Your breathing regulated the moment. Most people try to control their words, but the real control point is earlier. Control your breathing, and your words will follow. Control your breathing, and the tone that you want to set off will follow. Control your breathing, and your presence in the tense moment will begin to stabilize. So today's rep. When you feel tension rise in a conversation, before you speak, take one deliberate breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, exhale longer than the inhale. Don't make it obvious, just create a moment of regulation. That pause is found in the breath. That breath slows your reaction speed. And that breath gives your thinking brain time to choose the next move. This is part of Pillar 2, the power of the pause. Control begins when you regulate your body. because a regulated body produces a regulated response. If you're serious about building emotional discipline, stay with us in this process. We're in week 2 of a 30-day discipline run. 30 reps, 30 opportunities to practice control under pressure. Follow the show so you don't miss the next rep. Tomorrow we'll talk about why tone matters more than the words you use in conflict. And remember, less reaction is more choice.